You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Christopher Roberts. Joining me now, she is from Boca Raton, Florida. She is a speaker, an author, a life coach, and a licensed psychotherapist. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Kristen Bomas to the program. Kristen, welcome. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks, and thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to join us. We appreciate it. And
Absolutely.
Why don't you start us off? Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
I am a life mastery teacher or a life coach. In my company, I teach you how to find freedom in life. So I show my clients how to find their freedom on the fringe of life. And I work with groups and seminars, and I do a lot of one-to-one as well.
All righty. Now, what really got you started in what you're doing? What sent you down that road?
It's funny. I started out in engineering at the University of Florida, and by chance, I walked into the psych building, and when I walked in, I was intrigued by the research being done with people instead of, things. And one thing led to another, and I actually finished up my bachelor's in psych and then got into the doctoral program there. And so it was kind of a funny little turn of events, but I couldn't be in a happier place. I love what I do. And so I have been now in private practice since 95. So it was just kind of a fluke, but something that really was, if you follow the synchronicity in life, it can take you to great places.
All righty. So now, what kind of background does somebody need to really be able to do what you do?
Well, I have as I studied in a doctoral psych program at the University of Florida, and so I started with more of a psychoanalytic theory as my in my practice, which is an inward theory. And as you are in psychoanalysis, you have to be in it yourself as a therapist. So I worked with my clients, and I worked on myself, and quickly we all moved beyond the limits of psych and into the expansiveness of life. And at that point, everything started to change. The questions the clients were asking me, and so my practice changed. And it was at that point that I developed the SAGES template, which is a template I use to teach the mastery of life and how to move beyond your fears and those illusions and find truth and freedom in your life.
All righty. So now, why do you think your clients choose you over someone else out there? What sets you apart from others?
Well, and it is all word of mouth, other than what's online, which is interesting. And the word of mouth is because of the change that people incur. There are two things. One is the change they incur, and one is the way I describe life. People constantly say I have a very eloquent way of putting the difficult aspects of life into perspective, and that keeps people coming back.
All righty. So walk me through a session. What's that like? What's somebody getting themselves into when they do reach out to you?
When they reach out to me, they're looking for more out of life, right? They want more happiness, more fun, more playfulness in their relationships, in their life, in their careers, and they don't want to feel the stress, the anxiety, the upset. And so when they come in, I think what takes them back is how simple life is. The SAGES template brings life into a very simple way of looking at things. And so it doesn't feel overwhelming, and it doesn't feel like they're going to have to just spew their guts across the screen. So they just they have a good time, and they make change, and they start to feel the freedom from inside. So they have it really, I would say my clients have a challenging but fun experience once they get started in their work with me, whether they're doing that in groups of workshops and retreats or whether they're doing it one-on-one.
All righty. Now, has COVID-19 affected you at all?
Well, it has, but it hasn't. My business has been thriving on either end, but, a lot of people are calling me asking about anxiety and how to handle this. And there's a lot of divisiveness that's taking place and a lot of anger and a lot of fear, and the anxiety is kicking up with all of that. And then the vagueness in it is also causing the anxiety to heighten. So I'm getting a lot of that. So I've done a lot of teachings on social media as well as some workshops that are downloadable to help people start to calm the mind and go on that inward journey so that the walls don't feel so confining, which is really a big part of the problem, and then the fear of the contagion. So moving people beyond the fear and really getting into a place of acceptance so they can move about their life has been the greatest impact of COVID-19 in this business for me. And just reaching out to everybody, making sure they have easy access to the answers that they have so that they can find the greatest calm and comfort during this time.
Alrighty. Now, where do you think you see yourself moving forward? What's going to be on tap for you?
I really am excited about writing more books. I have one book I'm finishing up right now that teaches everybody about the SAGES template. It's called Speak Your Truth, a path to self-discovery. And I love the workshops and the live webinars and the retreats. So I would really, going forward, like to see much more interaction in social media and have that lead more to the workshops, because we're having a lot of good response with those. And then to do more speaking. I enjoy the workshops and the speaking, which will lead to more travel, which is all fun. I love meeting the people and interacting with everybody and helping them find freedom within themselves.
Alrighty. Well, how can my audience reach out and contact you to find out more information?
They can certainly reach me at KristenBomas.com. And if they have any questions, they can also call me at my office, which is 561-212-7575. And certainly they can reach me on Facebook at Kristen Bomas PA for Professional Associations. And then I'm on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram. So reach out and find me on any of those social media platforms. I'm also on LinkedIn, or give me a call or reach me on my website. I'm very easy to get in touch with.
Alrighty. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today. Thank you so much.
I thank you so much.